For decades, Randolph Scott remained one of Hollywood's greatest mysteries. Millions watched him ride across movie screens as the fearless hero of the American West. Yet unlike so many stars of his generation, Scott rarely explained himself. He avoided controversy. He avoided headlines. And when other celebrities rushed to share their opinions with the world, Randolph Scott simply disappeared behind a wall of silence. But what if that silence wasn't hiding what people thought it was? According to stories that surfaced years later, there was an interview, one remembered by collectors, journalists, and longtime Hollywood observers, that revealed a side of Randolph Scott few fans had ever seen. Not the Western icon. Not the polished movie star. But the man beneath the legend. And what he reportedly revealed changes the way many people see his entire career. Long before fame found him, Scott was a young man searching for direction in a rapidly changing America. Like countless dreamers of his generation, he arrived in Hollywood with ambitions but no guarantees. Success didn't arrive overnight. Those close to the story remember an actor who spent years learning the business, enduring disappointments, and watching opportunities disappear as quickly as they appeared. Then came the breakthrough. Film after film transformed Scott into one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood. Audiences admired his calm confidence. Studios loved his reliability. By the 1940s and 1950s, he had become the embodiment of Western heroism. To moviegoers, Randolph Scott seemed almost larger than life. But here's what most people never realized. Behind the carefully crafted image was a man who reportedly felt increasingly disconnected from the celebrity culture surrounding him. While other stars embraced publicity, Scott often appeared uncomfortable with fame itself. According to insiders, he viewed acting as a profession rather than a lifestyle. That distinction may seem small, but it would shape nearly every decision he made. Then came the first turning point. As Hollywood entered a new era, younger stars embraced controversy, publicity, and personal branding. Scott did the opposite. Rather than fighting to remain in the spotlight, he quietly stepped away. Many fans were confused. Why would one of the industry's biggest stars leave while still successful? The answer may have emerged during the interview many later described as unusually candid. According to accounts from those familiar with it, Scott reportedly spoke less about movies and more about perspective. Success, he suggested, was never the goal in itself. Stability was. Peace was. The ability to live life on his own terms mattered more than endless attention. And that's when everything changed. For years, many people assumed Scott's silence meant secrecy. But others began seeing something entirely different. Perhaps he wasn't hiding from the public. Perhaps he had simply learned something many celebrities never do, that fame has an expiration date. The second turning point came after retirement. While countless former stars struggled to adapt to life outside Hollywood, Scott reportedly embraced it. Friends described a man who seemed content away from cameras and premieres. At the time, nobody understood what was really happening. Hollywood was conditioned to believe every star wanted more fame. Scott appeared to want something else entirely. Then came the quieter years. The interviews became rare. Public appearances nearly vanished. Rumors circulated, as they often do when famous people disappear from view. Yet many believe Scott's absence was intentional. In many ways, he had already achieved everything he set out to accomplish. Honestly, that's what makes his story so fascinating. The supposed lost interview wasn't memorable because of scandalous revelations or shocking confessions. It mattered because it challenged the entire mythology of celebrity culture. It suggested that fulfillment and fame are not always the same thing. Today, Randolph Scott's films continue introducing him to new generations of movie lovers. His legacy survives not only through Western cinema, but through the example he left behind. A reminder that success is not measured by how long the spotlight stays on you, but by whether you can walk away when the time comes. Perhaps that's the truth hidden within Randolph Scott's silence. The greatest victory wasn't becoming a legend. It was remaining himself while the world tried to turn him into one. If this story resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear which Randolph Scott film remains your favorite. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more untold stories from Hollywood's golden age. Because sometimes the most revealing interview isn't the one that made headlines, it's the one that quietly changed the meaning of everything that came before it.